Did I forget to remove the cuddly toys in the background? Yes, I did. Nothing like bone trousel to like start off a stream. Hi! Hi, Roscoe Rose. I have some mermaids to colour, so I thought I would stream. To be honest, I've actually been saving these for live streams because it's probably the better thing to do during a live stream is to colour artwork that I've already done previously. A turnaround. Oh my god. I feel for you. I feel for you. I've done turnarounds before. Well, I did a turnaround of Loki and it took me like 2 to 3 weeks. It was a lot. Hello. I'll get a drink in a bit. There's still a bit left in here, which is fine. I'm throwing around everything. Okay, it's been a while since I've actually used my markers, and I'm actually going to be doing another marker review at some... Probably my next video is going to be that. Oh. If that's the case, I'm going to have to contact Arteza, just being like, yeah, can you give me your codes, please? Oh, a CGI turnaround. Oh. Who is this character? Her name's Coraline. So, back in May, I did some pictures of some, well, I pretty much did Mermaid, but I didn't really colour many of the characters. And I still have 7 left to colour. Now, of these 8 that I'm gonna just put over here, so 4 of them are designed by Gabby. So these characters are a part of my character universe, but these 4 are designed by Gabby. Gabby and Sammy both help me out with my character universe. And then these 4 were designed by Sammy. I thought for cohesiveness, I would draw all of them, because these are these 8 plus the 4 that I designed. They are actually the children. They're actually the royal children, so they're all siblings, adopted siblings, but they're a family basically. And I plan on making this a sticker set because I'm doing my very first convention in mid-September, which I'm really excited for. I'm not excited for the fact that the convention itself completely messed up the map. Basically, they made a mistake on the map and put the wrong person where my name is supposed to be, which is so annoying. But I'm still tabling there anyway with Hetty's Arts and Black Summer Colouring. I am excited and nervous and scared, but I'm going to be making a sticker set out of these mermaids. Am I making any sense? Probably not. Wouldn't be the first time. Oh, welcome back. Grabbing your sketchbook. I know that feeling. I'm just going to put these out the way. I've got the Canson Mixed Media sketchbook just here, just so I can swatch the colours out before I use them. Now, I don't really use this particular sketchbook at all for drawing in or anything. I mainly use it for swatches because, in my opinion, that's all it's really good for. It's mainly because I mainly think that about the Canson Mixed Media sketchbook because it's just, I can get far cheaper for less money. No, I can get a sketchbook for far cheaper that's better quality. So, there's that. I don't know whether Jenna will come to the stream. It's because she was really, really sad that she missed the previous live stream. Because apparently she was like going out while I was streaming. Because she's actually 5 hours behind UK time because she's in America currently. Whether she'll see that I'm live streaming today, I don't know. Who knows? Making a Victorian graphic novel, so I just want to design the characters. Oh, that sounds exciting. Oh my god. I mean, in terms of my comic, I don't know. I've been making it in a webcomic format, and I don't really want to make it in a traditional format, or at least not yet anyway, because I feel like it's just going to be a lot of money, because it's going to have to be in colour, because the webcomic is in colour. It'd be stupid just to have it in black and white when I spent all that time doing watercolour. Yeah. But you already know I'm working on a movie with that. It's exciting. Okay. I kind of want to push the colour values with her hair, but at the same time, I'm scared too. Plus, I don't really have the brush markers to do that. I mean, no, that's quite the nasty blue. Because her hair's supposed to be vibrant blue. You're basically dying. Why are you dying? Is it a lot of work? I take it it's a lot of work. Yeah, I can just imagine. I would have live streamed yesterday, but I was out for a family meal. It was my auntie's birthday. Well, actually no, it's my auntie's birthday today. but the meal was yesterday because that's when everybody was available. Yes, there is. There are centaurs, fawns. There are mermaids of many different types. So just with these characters alone, so Coraline is a shark. Octavia, oh wait, no. Let's just put it over there for a second. Hang on a minute. I have notes about some of these characters because some of these characters were designed by Gabby and Sammy, but they're still a part of my character universe and a part of this family of all adopted children. So in this mermaid kingdom called Akral, there is a royal family who have 12 children, but each of the children is a different species of fish who are adopted. So that even the parents are two different species as well of like underwater creature. So the dad is a seahorse, the mom is a jellyfish. So we have Octavia, who's a coconut octopus. Nami, I can't remember the name of the fish, but she's a bright orange and blue fish. Kelby is a puffer fish. Sorry, I'm reading off some of my notes. Hi, Nightcap Beauty, thank you. This is Bryn, and he is a lionfish. So these are Gabby's designs. Because when we were taking the 12 of these fish children to design, instead of me just designing every single one of them, to like give them more variety, we actually split them up between me, Sammy, and Gabby to design. So these were Gabby's designs, but they're my drawings of Gabby's designs, just to make it all more cohesive. And then with Sammy's designs, we have Coraline. Just pulling up the notes on Coraline. So Coraline is a shark. We have Caspian, who is a manta ray. We have Melazine, and then we have Zayla. Zayla is an anglerfish. So you can see like he has like this little hair with a little light on it. And then Melazine is like a siren. So you know the Starbucks mermaid, where she has like a double tail. Oh, cool. I don't know if you remember me. It's been a while. Oh, I remember. I don't remember the specifics, but I remember the outrunning Karma because best song. Well, one of the best songs. Then again, all of his songs are really good. So yes, Bryn's a hottie. I don't know where my ones are. Hang on. I'm just getting my designs out. Because there were 12 characters, and I designed my 4, and I also designed the mum, the dad, and there's an extra character, and his name is Elias, and he's an eel character who was designed in the Instagram Designs My Character videos. Hi, the Strawberry Nugget. You're not that late. I literally only started just over 15 minutes ago. And I was just going over what I'm doing. So yeah, in terms of my designs, I'll show you the random 3 first, which is Elias. Elias is like partly my design and partly the Instagram Designs My OCs series. So he's an eel. We have Aquaria. This is the mum of the of all those children. Elias is an extra character, by the way. This is the mum of like all the children I showed before of Sammy and Gabby's designs. But this is Aquaria, the jellyfish mom. Then we have Flipperald, or as we like to call him, Flippy. He was named, well, the whole idea of having an underwater kingdom was actually forged in Aquaria Towers in Spyro 2. And we had to honorarily call him King Flippy after one of the NPCs. Obviously, his full name is King Flipperald, but we just call him Flippy because we love him. So he is a seahorse. Then we have Pearl and Lorelei. Pearl's colour scheme was actually created in a 3-marker well, it wasn't really a 3-marker challenge. It was the Copic colours for May of 2018, which is the month I finished university, which her having those colours is actually really, really special for me. And then we have Lorelei. And then finally we have Azuki and Reef. I can never remember off the top of my head what Azuki was in terms of fish. I know it was like a blue schooling fish or something. I can't quite remember, but Reef didn't really have a particular fish. It was literally a reference on Pinterest that I saw and was like, yes, please. Can you do a video of drawing a Greek goddess? Watch me get tongue-tied for the whole stream. It really depends. I have a video that is actually, I technically will be drawing a Greek goddess. Maybe, depending on which one I pick. Because I'm gonna be doing a video on some of my favourite webtoons, and I'm gonna be doing fan art of my favourite webtoons. I'm also going to use that opportunity to plug the fact that I have a comic. But I've been planning to do that video for a long time. And if I choose Lore Olympus is literally all goddesses and gods. So maybe... yeah, Lore Olympus. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Do you read Lore Olympus, Nightcore Beauty? Because I think you'd like it. It's kind of like an interpretation of Greek mythology in comic form, which is really good. I actually recently caught up with it, so I'm happy. I like it. Yes, Hades is so good. How do you come up with outfits for your characters of your OC universe? No, of your for your character. Sorry, my eyes keep switching between sentences. The main character for my OC universe that I'm working on with a friend. Okay, so when it comes to my OC universe, it has certain kingdoms, and each kingdom has a particular style of what to wear. For example, my kingdom, my Crystal Kingdom, Verona, is very much a trendsetter type of kingdom. So a lot of kingdoms kind of like follow its lead. In terms of Verona's personal style, so the kingdom's royal style is like off the shoulder kind of. The ladies have like off the shoulder type of dresses and t-shirt, or not t-shirts, tops, and everyone has a braid in their hair. So there's some kind of visual similarity. If you've ever seen on YouTube or played it yourself, Yandere Simulator. It's not even a full game yet, but like Yandere Dev working on a game is literally me working on a comic. Just like, it will take years. But it will get done eventually. Hopefully. But you can see with each of the clubs of Yandere Simulator that they have, like, each club has has something that you can tell if they belong to a group of people. If that helps. I don't know whether it helps. Does it? What do you do when you have art block? Oh, a lot of the time I just sit and mope. But no. I try and get through it by forcing myself to draw. I don't. Well, sorry, my brain's all over the place. I don't force myself to draw, like, full on, like, you have to draw this. I basically say to myself, just draw whatever you want. Or draw something that's in your Pinterest board. Because I have so many Pinterest boards that I have a lot of inspiration to choose from on Pinterest. But yeah, Yandere Dev with the Yandere Simulator is literally me with any project ever. I can understand where the criticism is in terms of that, but I can also see from Yandere Dev's point of view as a creator, not of a game, but just a creator in general, like somebody who's trying to make something become reality. A lot of the time it can take a lot longer than you originally intended. And I think what I like about Yandere Simulator, being still a work in progress. I know a lot of people are like, where's the game already? But I love it being a work in progress and actually taking its time, because that way you get to actually see the process of a game being made. Like, you don't really see that. Or at least I feel like Yandere Simulator was the first time that type of thing actually became visible on the platform. Okay, since it's super late here, I'm gonna go to sleep. It's about 1 AM. Oh, okay. Good night. Okay, I'm just gonna move these pictures that are already done. Okay. Yeah. What? Okay, so in terms of my comic, I'm currently, with the draft. I am currently on... With my process, I might do a video on the process, but just to simplify my process, because it's very long-winded. It's simple to understand, but it's incredibly convoluted and long-winded. It's just a lot. It's kind of like some people's explanations of the Kingdom Hearts story. I've never played Kingdom Hearts. I've only seen those videos where it actually explains them. But the thing that I've gathered from the Kingdom Hearts story is literally, it's simple. It's a simple story, but there's a lot there, and it gets very convoluted. It just gets bogged down by the amount that's there, which is me in a nutshell. How I never played it growing up, I'll never know, but I'm probably not going to start now, because if I do, I'll never get anything done ever again. But yeah, my comic process, I do the drafting in 2 stages. I do draft notes, and then I do the picture draft with dialogue. And the picture draft is literally just scribble. It's the scribble that I can understand. You know when artists just scribble and only they can understand it? Yeah, that was literally just me. I don't know why, but like my university tutors were like, we need this scribble. We need to see this scribble. We need to see your process. I'm like, yeah, but only me will understand this scribble. I shouldn't have made Coraline, like, well, Coraline's hair so detailed, it's insane. The main thing with this particular OC is her dad's main help. She helps him with mechanical and machine work, and she loves it. Depending on what era would you say you were looking for in terms of the clothes? Because say if you were looking at, say, Victorian era or like the 1900s, so Victorian Edwardian, look up steampunk, because steampunk stuff is like, yes. I love steampunk. Oh, from the industrial... Yeah, Industrial Revolution, Victorian period. I got the right period already. God damn. But yeah, look up steampunk. I feel like that would probably be your best bet. Okay. What is your process for creating different races? A lot of the times, creating different races is literally a case of I'm playing a certain type of media, so say like Spyro. I'm interacting with a certain type of media, so like a game. A Krell was thought of in Spyro 2, in Aquaria Towers. That's where the underwater kingdom came from, so hence all the mermaids and stuff like that. The bird kingdom, I always knew that I kind of wanted like winged characters anyway. and having like a bird kingdom was really, really cool. I already had like fairies, and the way I drew fairies wings was always kind of like butterfly wings, so they essentially became like butterflies just from the fact that I did my fairies with butterfly wings. I'm trying to think what else. Other like races of my characters would come from the Instagram designs my characters videos. With those kind of videos, it's really, really good because you're not in charge of what people... Well, you are in charge of what you pick, but like there's certain limitations to it. So Elias, for example, he's an eel. So from what I read up, they can be in cold or warm water. It doesn't really matter. And it had to be a non-human character. So I was like, oh, I could add it to my OC universe. I have the added challenge of adding it to my OC universe because I really like... I can get more invested in it because it's for my OC universe. But it does make it a little bit more difficult to do. Am I making sense? I feel like I'm not making any kind of sense. She's gonna have more pale skin. Or at least that's what I'm aware of. If Sammy comes along, I'll ask her, how do you want this character to be coloured? I'm so glad I'm making sense. Currently working lineless. Oh, you're brave. This colour's kind of running dry, but like, I have 2 refills of this particular colour that I'm using. Because I was stupid and brought 2 refills. Because I thought I hadn't got the refill of this one. And when I looked through my refill collection, I was like, oh crap. Who's done that before? Like, who's ever brought a duplicate of something that you didn't need? Because I feel like that is a representation of my life. Or at least one of the aspects of my life. I might add a little bit of peach. Or like a peachy colour to her skin tone. Just to like liven it up a little bit because it's kind of blending. See, I'm not the only one. Yay! We can be in it together. I don't think I'm gonna make it like too peachy. I'm just gonna like add a dusting of colour and use the blue as like an undertone, because this is like a greyish blue. Hello. I was sort of working on my comic today, which I feel like I haven't worked on it in a while, even though I know I have. It's because I haven't like sketched out the I haven't sketched out chapter 4 yet, because currently on my webtoon there's 3 chapters, and in terms of notes, I'm up to about chapter 8 in my draft notes. My draft notes are basically the outline in terms of dialogue. I've still got to do the very, very scrap draft. The scrap draft I use to like line it up properly in my file, and then I sketch on top of it digitally. Hi, Lily. Oh, hi. Thank you. This is an OC. Yeah, this is an OC. She's from my character universe. She was designed by one of my friends, but this character is part of my overarching character universe. I just thought I'd draw it for consistency because there's 12 of these characters that are all like adopted siblings, and they're all different species of fish. So to like take the strain off me a little bit, my two friends took four of these children each and actually designed them. It also adds a bit more variety. But for consistency's sake, I am drawing all of them. I'm also making them into stickers for a convention. My very first convention in September, which I'm excited for. I mean, I'm either going to make them into stickers or I'm going to make it into like an art book or something. One of the two. I don't know yet. Maybe both. I don't usually do live streams, but nice accent. Oh, thank you. I am from the UK. My live streams are usually pretty quiet, which is nice. It means I can get work done and people can have a calm, relaxing time here. Whoa, what? Woo. What's your favourite type of race to draw? You mean in terms of my characters? Oh god. I love drawing mermaids. I don't know, something about it. Although, it's quite funny drawing mermaids because literally every artist has drawn the exact same mermaid pose at least more than twice. And I found myself doing that on various different occasions. I love drawing my butterfly and bird OCs as well. Yeah. Oh, thank you. But the only thing about my character universe, explaining it on live streams, because it's a lot, and there's a lot of it, I get overwhelmed very easily with explaining all of it. It's not hard to get overwhelmed, to be honest. If you've never heard of my character universe before, this thing has like a really intense character family tree with at least 5 separate generations. This character universe has a map, and in total, in terms of the amount of OCs in this character universe, there's over 100. After 100, I just don't keep track anymore. To say it's a lot, it's an understatement, and each character has like their own thing going on. To be honest, just to make it easier on me and less stressful, I just make all of my characters speak the same language. It makes it so much more stressful. It's nothing against other languages, it's just I don't want to deal with it. Whoa. I don't think my character universe has like that many characters in it, but it's definitely over 100. I think the last time we counted, it was like 115, 16, somewhere around there. But like that was I think that was either at the beginning of this year or the end of last year. I think it was at the beginning of this year, but yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of characters. And plus, these OC design videos is literally fueling my character universe. It's like how Scrawlerbox. Not 160, 116. But Scrawlerbox is fueling my my watercolor addiction. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that stuff. But I collect watercolor palettes. That's okay. You don't have to be sorry. To be honest, some of my words just blend together. So I can see how you would have thought it was that. Well, when you have like separate, so when you make your OC universe like a world, so I wouldn't even call, well, yeah, I call it an OC universe, but like really speaking, I think of it like a world, and every character has something about them. They all have their own stories. And even if they have a similar story, or their stories interconnect, even though their stories interconnect, each character's perspective is different. So, for example, how I've started off my comic, people can see from the perspective of both. Yeah, I might be spoiling it a bit if you want to read it first. But there's Loki and there's Nicholas, and Nicholas, the perspective of Nicholas is not a particularly great one. But from Nicholas's perspective, it's completely different. Yes, I have drawn small parts of scenery from my OC universe. At the moment, a lot of what I'm doing in terms of the scenery is actually, scenery or like backgrounds is mainly for my OC Kingdom of Loka, because that's where the current placement of my comic is at the moment. There's going to be separate arcs in different kingdoms. Well, at least that's what I plan to do. I'm going to take it kingdom by kingdom. I'm not going to stress too much, because if I stress about it, it will never get done. I spent most of March stressing about it and didn't pluck up the courage to do it again until late June. So, do you like crime stories? Truth be told, I've been watching a lot of Kendall Ray and Eleanor Neal recently. They're true crime videos. Yes, I do. So this is one of them. I've still got to like embellish it with the pencil crayons, but for the most part, it's done. The only reason why I have it around is because it's probably something I could do on the stream, but with the amount I'm talking, I don't think it's gonna get done. But I enjoy talking about my character universe either way. I do have more, but like it's over there. Let's just get a couple of ones. I'll just get one, just so I don't like spoil too much. This isn't really a spoiler, but this is part of the same palace. However, in different places of the palace, like the walls are slightly different in colour. I am actually going to add some blue over the top of this purple. But you can actually see quite the visual similarity with like the stones. Ooh. I'm just going to move that and look through my colour selection. Mainly on my Copic markers. I think I'm having a hard time colouring Coral in because, like, I don't really have a lot of the blues that I needed for her hair originally, so I had to look through other marker sets and I haven't looked through those originally. Oh, that's inspiring. I keep filling my backgrounds with Oh no. Oh, thank you. Yeah, because in terms of Webtoon, their mystery and crime section, like their mystery and crime genre, is literally in the same category. It's currently on Webtoon. I don't know whether it will become a physical thing. At the moment, I don't plan it. I don't plan on it being. Maybe in the future, because I save all of the pictures off. Yeah, I got a Webtoon. In fact, this picture right here, which doesn't really spoil too much, is actually from it. It appears in the Webtoon. I do all the pictures for my Webtoon traditionally because I like to play to my strengths. When you're stuck in your OC universe, do you use anything for inspiration? I use Pinterest. Pinterest is really, really good. Also taking a step back and actually just doing what I like. I mean, in terms of my OC universe, I never would have had a underwater kingdom with, like, you know, fish OCs had I not played some Spyro and taken a break. Yeah, my Webtoon link is in the description. You can also find it by searching up Snowy Mariner, so the same username spelling as my Twitter and Instagram. But the comic's name is Interconnected. That's why earlier when I was sort of saying that characters' stories were all, like, even though they cross paths and they interconnect. Okay, I need a pink. I want to try and blend in pinks with it. So R81. I need an R81. That's R32. I was going to use markers traditionally. I was thinking about using markers for my comic. Probably would have been a quicker process, but for one, I enjoy watercolor painting, and two, I have so much more watercolor than I do markers. Do you have an indigenous tribe? Yes. Well, I have a tribe. I don't know whether it's indigenous, but like, what does indigenous mean? Live off the land kind of people? I think that's what it means. Sorry, my brain's not working today in terms of the English language. But, yeah, I do have a tribe of characters, and they're in Prism. Which reminds me, I need to expand Prism a bit more. I've been working on other kingdoms because, one, the comic, two, just I don't really have very many characters from there to expand upon. I mean, Jalal's mother is from there, and I suppose I could do stuff with her. Oh, thank you. In fact, like the first part of Interconnected is literally, it's about 15 pages. Like, they are 15 separate pages, all as one long strip. Because when I first came across Webtoon, I thought, well, these artists are like making one long strip. Like, I don't understand how this works. But what they do is like they split it off and then they line it up perfectly to like be scrollable. It's really quite clever. Do I have any deeper purples? I don't think I do. That's annoying. I thought I would have had a deeper purple. Both. I created both. I know a lot of comics, they on Webtoon, they have a writer and they have an artist, and that rings true especially for my friends Tatty and Candy. Tatty's the writer of Happiness is EWE, and well, which spells you, but and then there's also Candy, who's the illustrator. But I do the writing and the illustration. In terms of like the organizing of my character universe though, like not the storytelling but the organizing of it, because it is a huge project to like upkeep. I have my friends Sammy and Gabby. But in terms of the comic, that's all me. It's just me. Oh, living off the land. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would say they're indigenous. I can't speak. I might spice up the fins by adding a little bit of pink around it. Like, not much, but like just a hint of pink. It just ties everything together a little bit and just adds like an interesting pop of colour. Where is my grey? Oh, thank you. It's traditional. It's all traditional. If you've read all of it at this point, then this should look familiar. It is the last picture of the latest chapter. It doesn't spoil anything really, because if you were to look at this piece out of context, it literally out of context, it doesn't really spoil anything, so it's fine. But yeah, it's traditional. Every piece of artwork for it is traditional. The only bit about the art that isn't traditional is when I do my scrap draft, so like just for placement of where everything's going to be, I then use the scrap draft put together digitally. Wait, I think it'd be better to show you my scrap draft. Okay, so this is kind of like a compilation of a scrap draft that I just put together. It doesn't have any dialogue, so it doesn't spoil anything, and this is what my scrap draft looks like. It's very, very quick, and it's just for placement. The name of my webtoon is Interconnected. The link to it is down below in the description. But this is how I draft it. I draft it out by using a ruler, and then I draw inside the width of the ruler to kind of imitate how it would look on Webtoon. And then when I put it into a file, I kind of space it out according to where each page starts and ends, so it will be easier for me to put it together. So once I have put this in the big file that I have got a template of for the webtoon size, I then sketch it traditionally. So I save off the whole thing in a line, and I save it as a JPEG, put it into Clip Studio Paint, and then just draw all over it, just making the sketches more detailed. Then I print that off, I line work it, and then I paint the line work. I paint over the line work. Obviously, I use line work pens that can take watercolour. Wrong pen. Oop. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, pretty much. But to create the webtoon, you have to slice up a big strip, a big comic strip, into separate pages. It's a process. It's a lot of work. Basically, it's a lot of work up front to learn how to do it, but once you've learnt the process, it's actually pretty good. No, I didn't. Me, Sammy, and Gabby, we just like the concept of we just like the concept of a group of characters just living off the land. We didn't really base it off any sort of tribe. and plus this tribe of people is more or less living like in a rainforest. It's not really any of the tribes that you would typically think of. Is formatting a webtoon hard? I would say it is. There's a learning curve. There's quite the learning curve, but like once you get used to it, I think it does get easier, and it is a lot better. But I think for at least the first couple of episodes, you're just gonna be like, what am I doing? I'm doing it wrong. I saved off so many files for the first part. It was insane. Oh, I dare not even open my episode 1 folder on my computer because, oh, that thing is a mess. Wait, I need my B60. Where is my Posca pen? I had a Posca pen once upon a time, and it has disappeared off the face of the planet. I also specifically brought it over here so I could do some white highlight. Ow. Don't know why, but my shoulder's just been hurting for like the last few weeks. I don't know why. I'm scared to start one. I would recommend, if you want to start a webtoon, look into how to format it and actually practice first. Make yourself a template file. Like, do that. I will say that doing the first chapter or like the first episode is the scariest thing. Once you got your first episode out the way, the freedom that you feel is insane. I will say though, you will need to like make a thumbnail for the series, for the episode. So every episode needs a thumbnail, and the series itself needs a thumbnail as a whole. But do you take inspiration from real life cultures? Kind of. I suppose I do. Especially in the places. So in terms of Loka, with its type of buildings, it's very European. I would say like Germany kind of feel. Germany mixed with like UK, like Tudor style. I suppose it's like a clash of my favourite points in history. But Locust Castle is based off of the unpronounceable Cinderella Castle of Germany. The one that the Disney castle was actually based off of. Apparently. It really is. It's so fun. Okay, because I want to use different indigenous cultures. No, I don't really have this issue. I think to be honest, with my OC universe, like, I make a lot of it up and I kind of like mash up a lot of things. Although I will say I was very cautious about one certain thing. I think it was the Kingdom of Artro. So Artro has a very Japanese and Chinese sort of mashup of aesthetics. It doesn't really have like the full-on culture of either one of them all, but like they kind of like have a mashup of aesthetic. And I was actually really scared that that was going to offend somebody. Nope. One thing. Could I just say my OC universe? Would that count? Because I know my OC universe is like multiple types of things, but like my OC universe, really speaking, is just one huge project. Does that count? I hope it counts. Because my answer would literally just be my OC universe. Hands down. Yeah. I love my characters. They are my children. So we have Coraline. Ooh, I don't know whether I should take some of the shadows deeper. Oh, now you do it. YouTube, I swear to freaking God. Literally, I only now just got an email notification just being like, you're live. Oh my God, I just got a comment on Elias's video, you know, the Instagram designs my OC video. About Shark Boy and Lava Girl, about watching Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and literally I think somebody just went to go watch it. Like after finishing the video. Oh, I will say Shark Boy and Lava Girl is it's a good time if you want to watch a very cheesy, cringy movie. I love my character's mother. She's such a hippie queen. Mm. Every time my phone vibrates, I'm just like, hello. How many kingdoms do you have? Ooh, now that's a question. Loca, Verona, Mariposa, Avis, Akrel, Cinderash. Cinderash and Prism are kind of like interlinked, but arguably another one. Hallie, Henlin, Navern, Archero, Wire. Farley's not a kingdom, that's like a forest. But characters live in it, so it doesn't have a monarchy, but you would technically class it as a kingdom. More than 10. Let's just say that. How many OCs do you have in total? Last time we counted, it was about 116. However, there's definitely more than that now. A lot of these characters also, like, interconnect. Ooh. Sorry. I couldn't help it. I saw an opportunity and was like, yes. But in terms of my OC universe, like, it started off with the main 7 that was introduced on my channel. So the main 7 are Melissa, Loki, Jalal, Bethany, Rocco, Reese, and Skylar. So literally, those characters, they live, I think those were a really, really good 7 to start me off, because they're all from different places, or if they're in the same sort of region, they have a reason that they're in the same region. So, Skylar is from Verona. But she actually has a Veronan mum and an Avian dad. So her dad is originally from Avis. But there's a reason why he ends up in Verona, which is quite sad and gruesome, and literally the reason for him is not gruesome, but like the history behind that reason is gruesome. I'm not going to spoil too much about that because it's a lot to explain, and also it might be brought up in the comic at some point. And part of the reason that Skylar's dad is actually in Verona, linking to the reason why Skylar's dad is in Verona and he meets Skylar's mother, is actually linked to Mira. So all these characters unintentionally interlink, But explaining all those connections, like, it's a lot. It is a lot. So Melissa, Rocco, and Reese live in Naverne. They live in Naverne. I had to try and remember because there's many different, like, on the continent which they live, because there's 3 separate continents at ground level, and the continent that they live on actually has a lot of kingdoms in it, so I literally had to, like, scan the map that's in my mind and was like, which one did I put them on? Huh. But no, they are from Naverne. And they're there. Like, Naverne and Henlin are very much, like, non-power specific kingdoms. They're mainly for ordinary people. But obviously there are people that do have powers or develop powers by some means or another. I'm trying to think about which character to explain next. Bethany is from Dune, and she's she's not the only one on that continent. Because Jalal is also is technically from that continent too. So Dune is like a desert kingdom, kind of like shaped after ancient Egypt almost. It has the sort of ancient Egypt sort of aesthetic with the golds and with that sort of feel to it. Oh, I do. I really do, but like that's Jenna's world. Jenna's world is Jenna's. I'm not going to touch it. However, it would fit in pretty well, to be honest. I feel like if I was to place it, it would probably be off of Loca and Verona. It would kind of like be a little bit of a mix or something, or maybe even off like Naverne or something. I don't know. The aesthetic reminds me of Loca though, because the castle that Jenna actually has for her world of Empkel is literally the same castle that I designed Loca's castle after. So the aesthetic is somewhat there. Jalal is in Cinderash, and Cinderash is on an island just off of the same continent that Bethany lives on. And Jalal's mum is actually from Prism. Prism is on the mainland of where Dune is. And Cinderash is known for its military, and it's like weapon making, because they live on a volcano. They make use of natural resources. They use the heat of the volcano to forge their stuff. I might stream tomorrow. Depends what I'm doing. Which character should I do next? I think I might do Melazine because Melazine actually has a colour scheme. Yeah, my character universe is very in-depth. I'm happy you like hearing about it. It's fun. It's fun to talk about. I enjoy talking about it. I'm gonna give her an undertone of this, like, purple. Oh, that's not bad though. If there's any character that you've ever seen me create, or like you want to know more about, please just ask me, because I love talking about my characters. Sorry, I'm looking on my Instagram. Eli? You mean Elias? I was about to say Elijah, but Elijah's not my character. That's my friend Paxton's character. Elias was made from the Instagram Designs My Character video, like round 2, and he is quite the grumpy boy at the bottom of the sea. and he actually lives around Cinderash. So Akrel, the kingdom of Akrel is literally the entirety of underwater. So all around the different continents as well. Where Elias is from is literally I wouldn't say completely under, but like around around Cinderash. He lives in a cave near Cinderash, and one of the princesses, well, the princess Lorelei and some of her siblings go exploring in the reefs of Cinderash, and yeah, that doesn't really bode too well. It's a very slow burn, hate to love, hate turning into loved type of type of thing. I've given up on understanding your universes. Well, it makes my brain hurt after a while. Relatable. I've never related to something more. Isn't that a mood? Yeah. I'm also being proactive. A skin routine? My skin only wishes that was a thing for me. I need my E50. That's E51. No. No, I could never do that to my children, Sketchy Tiger. How could you say that? Why would I delete my children? Although, I didn't really technically delete any characters, but I have, like, tried to organize the middle kingdoms of one of my continents. Because on ground level of my map, there's 3 main big continents. And on one of my continents, where Hallie and Navern are situated, there's kingdoms right in the middle of this continent that haven't been assigned anything yet, and they have been resized and reshuffled around so many times that I don't know what to do with them. Like, I have considered, like, making them a part of existing kingdoms. So basically, Navern swallows up some parts of it, Hallie swallows up some parts of it, Wire also swallows up some parts of it. It is such a long, monstrous process. It's exactly why, when I was younger, I actually stopped short of creating a full-blown character universe. And only stuck with, like, one set of characters in a world floating in a void. Ooh, this brick white really goes well with, like, this. This E71 mixed with the E04 and the brick white make this really interesting skin tone, which I've never actually seen before. I mean, I also had a little bit of purple mixed in as well. And this, like, well, there was a little bit of that. Hello. Okay, bye. Okay, I am going to find the... some music. Or a siren mermaid. She's a... I think she's quite the shy, friendly kind of mermaid. However, she has like the appearance of a two-tailed siren. She has a conjoined tail. Or a tail that at least splits off. I don't personally play Overwatch. However, I have drawn an Overwatch character before. I drew Symmetra. I think that's how you pronounce her name. My friend Bryony really likes Overwatch. I can't really comment on Overwatch. I just drew Symmetra for my friend Bryony's 21st birthday because that's what she wanted. Well, that's your opinion. Like, I can't really say too much about it because never really played Overwatch myself. It's because I didn't have a PS4 for the longest time, and the only reason why I got a PS4 is to play Spyro Reignited Trilogy, and that is it. Well, I also have Crash Insane Trilogy as well, but... yeah. So I need like an orangey sort of like a pale orangey colour. So E95 could be a good one. No, E93, even better. Where is one? Or this one could be a good colour. This, yes. Whew, these Spectra ID marker. Whew, smells quite bad. Hello, Krista. I saw your comment earlier. Oh, thank you. No, sorry. I have my personal biases of Spyro, okay? You're not getting me to change my mind. Not anytime soon. I need a lighter colour. Y00. What? No, YR00. What are these characters' names? This is Melazine. Or Melusine. I've never really known exactly how to say it. And this is Zayla. Oh, thank you. Oh, cool. Yeah, never played Minecraft either. I'm one of those people who's like stuck in their ways with games and just does not venture outside of the box when it comes to games. No, I don't. Although, people have said to me in the past that my OC universe as a D&D game would be bomb. And I'm not gonna lie. Yes. It probably would be. Y03. What kingdom would you be from? I think that's a question that me, Sammy, and Gabby have like kind of brought to each other. It's like, where would you be from? Because there's so many different kingdoms. I'm not entirely sure where I would be from. I'd like to say Verona, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, where would I be from? Oh, thank you. I like live streaming. It's really fun. Do you have more female or male characters? I would say more female characters. But I am trying like a even split. Oh, thanks. Oh, that's a vibrant colour. I'll use that for the bottom of the tail. Okay. Okay, yeah, using that one. What about this one? That's a bit too vivid for me. What about this one? Meadow green. Yeah, that's not really the type of green I'm looking for. Do you have Amino? Yes, I do. I'm mainly on drawing Amino. I'm on the webtoon Amino as well. And I'm also on the default Amino. My username is exactly the same as my my Amino is exactly the same as my Twitter and my Instagram. Sorry, my brain just went dead for a second. Okay. Ooh. I think I'm going to use this green as the bottom of her tail. God, Spectra AD markers are very smelly. Oh, coral. Yes, I am on Amino. Exactly the same username as my Instagram and Twitter. Do you post stories? I did post stories. The last story I posted was like back in May. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I was actually one of the people. Amino actually contacted me about working with them to produce stories, and this was before stories were even a thing. Like, literally, their whole story feature wasn't even implemented at all when I started doing stuff for them. They literally said to me in the emails, just use Instagram stories as a template. I'm like, okay. I will say though, out of every app's story feature, I feel like Amino's definitely has like another level to it. Like, a lot of social media are like cashing in on different like on the whole stories trend, but I think Amino have taken it a step further. I will say the stories feature on Amino is so much deeper than anything else. Yeah, the coin system I'm not a huge fan of. Or the Amino Plus. Not a fan of that either. But I'm okay. I'm okay with it. It's funny because I've literally only posted 5 stories, and that was literally the content that they sponsored me to do. I haven't had the time or the patience to do more, because when I was making stories, I literally didn't even have the Amino stories feature like fully implemented to do anything with. So I literally had to do it in Sony Vegas. I suppose I could actually post my Miraculous Ladybug ones, because I actually made draft stories of like some Miraculous Ladybug, and they were literally sketches that took me 20 minutes to do. They weren't particularly the best. Miraculous, simply the best. But it was literally just to test out the story, like how I would personally do the stories, and to see how the people at Amino wanted me to produce these stories. It was a lot of work. I was under contract. They originally wanted me to do 2 stories a week, but I was like, I'm doing 1 a week. Because I already have like YouTube videos to do at the same time. I'm like, give me a break. I need chance to breathe in between. I don't know whether I'll do any more stories on Amino. And the only reason why I say that is because I'm doing so many other things at the moment. You followed and DM'd me. Okay. Obviously, I'm not going to reply during the live stream because I don't really like ignoring the live stream for too long. 2 full years. Oof. How active are you on Amino? Since I am doing a comic on Webtoon, I am gonna try and be active in the Webtoon Amino, which doesn't really have that many people in there. It's actually a very quiet Amino, which is kind of nice. The drawing Amino, although it's great, there's a lot of people there. And I get very overwhelmed. Also, I've been featured multiple times on Drawing Amino. I'm like, I did nothing. Do you have your own Amino? I did, but I never used it. I got confused about how to use it because literally, like, it was telling me, it never told me how to, like, go about using it properly. Yeah, they do. They have a really confusing feature system. Although being featured was nice. Would recommend. Do you roleplay? I used to. Not really anymore. I only really roleplay with friends. But I don't really do it much anymore, so I can't really say that I roleplay at all. Which do you have first? Amino, Instagram or Twitter. Oh. I'm trying to think. I had YouTube first. I know that wasn't an option, but I had YouTube, then Twitter. Instagram I didn't get until about 2015 because I didn't have a phone that was compatible with Instagram. Wait, no, it wasn't 2015, it was 2014. But I had my Twitter account like a year before that. YG 17. Crap. Ooh. But yeah, some aminos have a really, really weird featuring system, which I don't understand. Oh, it's here. No, I haven't, unfortunately. I mean, the other day I rewatched Death Note. You can tell I like rewatch shows and replay games. But I don't really like delve into like any new stuff. I don't really have very many greens. That's frustrating. What did I even use? Oh, it was more like a turquoisey colour that I used. I'm just gonna have to use... I'll use G28 if I can find it. Or do I use G17? Or do I use this one? Y94. It's kind of desaturated. It's more of a grassy sort of green. I've seen Death Note, I've seen Fairy Tail. I haven't caught up with the recent Fairy Tail episodes. I need to. I'm pretty much waiting for it all to be finished so I can just binge watch the last part in hopefully English. I've read the manga though, so I know what happens. Death Note, as I've already said. I've watched Soul Eater a couple of times before, but that was like a couple of years ago. I feel like Soul Eater is one of those series where you can literally watch it once and never have to watch it again, because it's a series that very much sticks in your brain in terms of its story beats. I have seen other ones. Yuri on Ice, seen that one too. I'm trying to remember all of them. I've seen Vampire Night. There is more. I swear to God, there's more. Ouran High School Host Club. Love that one too. Oh. I'm trying to remember, but I physically can't remember anymore. But I know that I did watch more. Interestingly enough, Vampire Night I actually read. I started reading it before watching the anime, because I found it in my high school library. I've never watched Attack on Titan. I skimmed through the first volume of that in a Waterstones and then put it back. And I'm like, no, that looks kind of terrifying. I want to save my nightmares, thank you very much. Tokyo Ghoul, watch that one. I remember I stopped watching that about 6 episodes in because I was watching it in the middle of college, and yeah, I was busy during college. So I ended up watching it afterwards. What else? I know there was more. Sword Art Online. That's the one I was trying to remember. Yeah, I've watched Sword Art Online a couple of times too. I have seen like the later seasons as well. We'll see. Black Butler, seen several of the series, and I think I saw the I think it was the movie called Book of the Atlantic, I think. I'm not entirely sure about the name, but I think I've seen the relatively new thing. No, I haven't seen Danganronpa. I haven't. Have you noticed a lot of the stuff that I tend to watch are like more old? Fun fact, I didn't start watching Sword Art Online until about a year after it died down in popularity. That says a lot about who I am. I remember seeing artwork on Facebook for Sword Art Online and thinking, that is beautiful. A lot of people's first anime is usually Death Note. When, fun fact, Death Note was, I'd say technically it was my third, but I class it as my second because I don't really class Hitalia as an anime, since like it's in like 5-minute chunks. I class anime more as like the 22-minute sort of episodes. But on a technicality, Death Note was my third. So Hitalia was first, then Soul Eater, then Death Note. I doubt anybody's ever wondered that about me. Yeah, Vampire Night. Vampire Night is, like, I said before that Vampire Night, I actually started reading before I started watching it. And there is actually an element of Vampire Night in my high school GCSE artwork, because I actually started watching that around the time I was doing my GCSEs. Do you classify as a weeb? Not now. But I would say between the years of 2013, I would definitely say 2013, yes. Yes. I did paintings of, like, I did a painting on a big canvas of, like, anime guys. Yes. 2013, definitely. Which ironically is when I created my original art channel. Not this one, but like the original one, which I deleted because Google Plus screwed me over at the time. So I just created a new one just to be like, you know, it's fine. Sometimes it's better to start from scratch, so that way you get all of the instructions of how to fix broken stuff. Who is your favourite OC? You're making me pick between my children? I'm very much an OC mother. Just like, I don't want to pick favourites. To be honest, it really depends on who I'm drawing more of. At any given time. So it changes all the time. You could ask me now and I would say one character, and then you could ask me again, say next week, and I would say a completely different character from a completely different part of my character universe. Like, the answer would be different each time. Don't mind me, just trying to reach my keyboard. You're rewriting your cringe fan fictions. Oh. Good luck with that. I wish you luck with it. From the water place. Oh. Oh, it changes. Like, that also changes a lot. I think in terms of character, it would probably have to be Pearl. Although I love all of them. I think in terms of drawing them, I think Pearl would probably be my favourite. And Pearl is this one right here. I do love Aquaria as well. Let me just get Aquaria. Aquaria's colour scheme is fun too. I really like the whole contrasting colours thing. She has like a green. No. Oh. Let's just lift that colour a little bit. Yes, I have dyed my hair. If you actually... This is embarrassing. But if you go back to the start of my channel, my hair was bright red. Because when I started this channel, like, I was still in college, and in college I was in my hair dye phase, and when I went to uni in 2015, I started uni in 2015. 2015 is when I actually started growing out my hair. Like, my hair was always dyed back in college, and it would never grow past this length of my shoulders. But as soon as I stopped dyeing it and let it grow and grow and grow, throughout uni, I just did not care about how much my hair grew. And plus, I think the stress just added to its length. So my hair got very long very quickly. Because I wasn't really paying much attention to it. Wrong side of the marker. What do you major in? So in the UK, college works for 16 to 18-year-olds. So the way I did my education is I went from high school. So I finished high school in 2013 when I was 16. And instead of doing sixth form, I went to college for 2 years. And I did a BTEC graphic design course. And in university, I did illustration for 3 years. And when I did illustration, I did it as a single honours. So I did fully illustration. I didn't do major, minor. Although I do wish, looking back, I would have done a major illustration, minor animation. Because some of the things that appeared in animation didn't really pop up in illustration all that much. But that was literally just looking back. If there would be anything I do differently, it would be to switch to a minor animation. But keep the illustration classes. Because illustration was great. Like, it was so helpful and I learned so much, but I think there's some things that I wish were in the illustration course that just weren't. Bye, Krista. I think at 2 AM I might have to call it a night. Because it is currently 1:25 in the morning here in the UK. I'm guessing you just lost track of time. Like me. want to spill a refill everywhere. I think after finishing this character, I think I might call it a night, because again, it's 1:34 currently, and I don't want to go to bed too late, although it's pretty late here already. So out of the 7 characters I have left to colour, I've coloured 2 of them. So I now have 5 left, which is, I feel like a little bit more of a manageable number. I'm gonna have to ask Sammy about colour schemes for the other characters. But yeah, that is the end of the live stream. I hope you liked it. I might live stream tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm probably gonna end up sketching my comic, so I'm not entirely sure when tomorrow, if I live stream. It could be late at night again, I don't know. I know Tuesday afternoon I've got something going on, so I don't know. Hopefully some point this week I will live stream again. But yeah, bye.